कभी कभी कोई ऐसी फिल्म आती है जिसको देखते हुए आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपको किसी ने एक वॉशिंग मशीन में डाल दिया है एंड देर स्पिनिंग यू ओवर एंड ओवर एंड दे हैव सेट द सेटिंग टू डल, mind-numbingly dull, and you just want to escape. That's what this film feels like. Hi, I'm Pratiksha Mishra and you're listening to my review of बड़े मियाँ छोटे मियाँ. सबसे पहली बात, I don't understand why we had to name this film that. I get it. I get the film, the older film का nostalgia, but they kind of nickname these two people, बड़े मियाँ and छोटे मियाँ, people who already have nicknames of Freddie and Rocky. उनके असली नाम अलग हैं. I think they're Firoz and Rakesh, if I'm remembering right. Nickname pe nickname, maybe just to justify the title, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. But not a lot makes sense in this film either way. The thing is, I have enjoyed this director's work before. I have liked films that Ali Abbas Zafar has made. For instance, Jogi, Bloody Daddy. I really enjoyed Bloody Daddy, especially the action sequences. They were just choreographed and crafted so well. But here, even the action isn't that up to the mark. I mean, it's okay, it's fine for an action film, but it's nothing to kind of write home about. I often say that I don't love action films as such. I mean, don't love is pushing it. It's not a genre that I choose for myself, but that also means that जब भी मैंने कोई action film देखी है, वो films है जो बहुत ज़्यादा popular है, especially for their action sequences. So I get the thrill that you get from good action, and maybe that is why after having watched so many films, I now also understand why mediocre action like this is just not working. That connect, that kind of tension just does not form. But even that you could have let go if just anything else was up to the mark. The action choreography and the cinematography also are just not going hand in hand. उन लोगों का अपना ही कोई personal internal conflict चल रहा है, combat चल रहा है. That maybe would have been a better film to see. Just the kind of rivalry between a cinematographer and an action director. Anyway, I digress. This film, let me give you some context first. बड़े मियाँ छोटे मियाँ is about two army captains जिनका court martial कर दिया गया था. Freddie and Rocky played by Akshay Kumar and Tiger Shroff. On paper, these are roles जो ये दोनों ही actors काफी अच्छी तरीके से निभाते. क्योंकि इस film में एक अच्छी चीज ये है कि the idea of a hero is a little bit shifted from what we've usually seen in action. They're not these kind of like constantly rowdy, hyper masculine figures. They like to enjoy themselves. They like to have some fun. Tiger Shroff's character, for example, is often made fun of because of his horrible jokes. पर एक बात है, this gag would have been hilarious otherwise, but it's kind of feeling like it's making up for the fact that this film doesn't actually have any proper comedy of its own. एक खराब joke लिखने के लिए भी you need to have the skill. A joke has to be crafted in a way where the audience is aware that wow, this is a bad joke because of how the character is written, not just because the person does not know how to write a joke. It just kind of comes off feeling as an excuse. The dialogues in general also are absolutely annoying क्योंकि हर character आपको scene में क्या हो रहा है बार बार बता रहा है. It's like watching those old episodes of CID जहाँ सामने लाश पड़ी होती है और चार लोग ऐसा गोल गोल घूम घूम के बोलते रहते हैं कि यहाँ लाश पड़ी है, ये तो मर गया है, ये हो गया वो. That's what's happening throughout this film. For example, a tank is barreling towards a convoy and one person yells, "Oh, tank!" I'm sure people saw it. They're right there. We can see it. We're right here. And this is something that keeps going on. At some point, two characters tell you the same thing. This film takes tell, don't show and pushes it to the limit. This film could genuinely have been an audiobook and you wouldn't have missed anything. Akshay Kumar is a very good actor, especially when it comes to action sequences, but he also almost seems bored in the script because I feel like there's nothing novel that he's doing. All of this seems just natural to him that this he can just do in his sleep, and it feels like he's doing that. It's just one motion after the other. Tiger Shroff, as always, is great in the action sequences because he has that kind of movement to his body that always works in scenes like this. His acting has improved, I think, considerably from the last film of his that I saw, but still, considering the dialogues that they're given, they're all too corny to actually let anyone have much of an impact. There's also Manushi Chillar as Captain Misha, जिनको शंघाई में अपने एक सोर्स से पता चलता है कि एक वॉर होने वाला है इंडिया पे, and also that the enemy that they're facing is actually a previously known friend. हमें स्टार्टिंग में पता चलता है कि इंडिया has developed this weapon that nobody has seen before. It is the biggest weapon ever known, and it is something that will give us a huge advantage in all conflicts. और इस weapon को एक convoy लेके जा रहा है, सिर्फ 5 गाड़ियां हैं उसमें by the way. ये convoy लेके जा रहा है and someone ambushes them middle में and takes the weapon with them. This mysterious villain, now the antagonist of this film, wears a mask. Now here's the thing. When the final reveal happens, you're wondering why wasn't this everyone's first guess? not the audience, the characters. All the hints given only pointed to one person, and yet nobody was able to guess that this is the person that he's talking about. And that is another thing that happens in this film. A lot of times the plot holes are just too evident. And Rocky take a very guns first approach to everything. Diplomacy बारी बात तो छोड़ो, कहीं कोई बात ही नहीं करता उसकी, paperwork वगैरह never gets brought up, but they just blow everything up, finish their missions and come back. Everyone's patiently waiting for them to finish their mission also. Everyone else around them is stupid, but also they are not doing very smart things either. क्योंकि एंड में एक ऐसा सीन है जहाँ पे उनको एक बहुत ही हाई सीक्रेट पासवर्ड गेस करना है. हाउ डज द ऑडियंस गेस द पासवर्ड बिफोर यू? ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन इज देयर विथ देम एंड येट दे डोंट गेस द वेरी ऑब्वियस पासवर्ड. व्हेन यू वॉच द फिल्म यू विल रियलाइज दैट पासवर्ड वाज सो ऑब्वियस. It was almost like someone keeping their password as password 123. That's how obvious it is. One character that I did kind of enjoy was Alaya F's character. She is a professor in a university and is their kind of key to something that they want to open, a vault that they want to open to get the weapon back. Her character is this kind of bubbly, talkative, a little flirty nerd, essentially is what the film tags her as. And I like the way that character is written, क्योंकि बहुत बार हमें सिर्फ वो जेम्स बॉन्ड के क्यू टाइप के कैरेक्टर्स को ही देखने को मिलता है, who's very serious, who's like tapping and solving all issues. But this is a fun kind of refreshing take on a character like that, and also she seems very natural in this role. एक बार जब अलाया एफ का कैरेक्टर फिल्म में एंट्री लेता है तो फिल्म में थोड़ी सी जान आ जाती है. You're genuinely a little more intrigued by the film. I also really liked the way Prithviraj Sukumaran has played the villain. His dialogues also don't give him a lot to do, but just the kind of foreboding presence that he needs to have is done by the actor very well. So these two actors did impress me a lot by the performance. Sonakshi Sinha has a special appearance in this film. उनके भी कैरेक्टर के पास ज़्यादा कुछ करने को है नहीं. Honestly, even I'm wondering कि इस फिल्म में कोई कर क्या रहा था. But let that be. Her character also gets a small part, but it's Sonakshi Sinha. Her performance is also what you would expect from her. It's good because she's a good actor, not because she's given a lot to do. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing about the film that I enjoyed. It's not completely unwatchable. I do think for a one-time watch it's not that bad. There are parts of the film that work. जैसे कि एक जगह पे जो villain का invention है, there is some commentary there about just mob mentality in general and how it's never good for society and how in the wrong hands it can actually be very, very dangerous. And I like that kind of commentary in a film like this. There's also the fact that that kind of chest thumping jingoism that we've come to expect from films in this genre is absent from this film, and that I hate to say it is still a win at this point. Even the songs are nothing to kind of hum to or remember as such. The songs are fine when you're watching it on the big screen, but they're not memorable. गाना देखते वक्त काफ़ी मज़ेदार है. The choreography is also decent. The performers are also doing a decent job. But आपको थिएटर छोड़ के अगर गाने के बारे में कुछ पूछेंगे तो I don't think you'll be able to remember much. This is also the kind of film that I don't know if it has a mass appeal, because कभी-कभी ऐसी फिल्में होती हैं which might not be technically perfect, but for the mass appeal they work very, very well. I don't think this is a film that's kind of on that side of things either. If you're a fan of these like globe-trotting adventures, you might enjoy this film क्योंकि I enjoyed the scenes where we were seeing these massive kind of abroad locations. They were shot well also, and I just liked the scale of it. Other than this one desert scene, I did not understand what was happening there. I thought we were in a video game, but a badly produced one. But also, if you're someone who just likes watching movies for the fun of it, I guess you will enjoy it. I personally am looking for something more in my cinema, and that is why this film wasn't a 100% enjoyable experience for me. To be fair, whether the chemistry between the actors works or not, I did still enjoy the banter between Freddie and Rocky, especially the one that happens because of the age gap between them. These are two people जिनको साथ में बहुत अच्छे से काम करना चाहिए, but they're always at loggerheads, and that's just a fun kind of thing to see. I also like the way they just, even during combat scenes, are just being silly goofy. There's also the equation that they share with their supervisor Ronit Roy. Basically, Bade Miyan Chote Miyan would have still survived and it brought something new or something novel to the table, but it's not. It's everything that we've seen before. It might have been novel a few years ago, but now it's been done and dusted, especially with the volume of this kind of films that we've seen. If you want to watch Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, I would surely say go watch it. Tell me what you think. Personally, not a big fan, and that is why my rating for Bade Miyan Chote Miyan is 2 stars out of 5.